Welcome to the Creative Playing Podcast Network. Join us as we review our favorite RPGs, collectible card games, MMOs, video games, PC games, and bring up interesting topics and things that we'd like to share with everyone. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Sign to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to the Creative Playing Podcast Network. Hey guys, it's day 2 of the RPGaDAY challenge for 2016. Best game session you've had since August 2015. So, Kelly.
Well, that's tricky because there have been some fun game sessions. Oh my goodness. So many to count. But I guess if I were to pick one, I think I would go for one of the more recent ones where, because we just did not want to stop playing. When we had escaped from the Lady Knights of Adventure, when we had escaped from our cells and we made it into the room with the armor and the guard captain. And we were just kicking butt and taking names. We were taking our lumps too.
You were.
But that was pretty awesome. My vicious mockery. And then third time was not the charm, and I got bitch slapped.
The locking of the door.
Yeah, the lock. I mean, that was actually, we did some really clever stuff in that one. We apparently, let's like screw, we'll just go slip through the bars, or we'll just use mage hand to steal our stuff back. We're not going to worry about the door.
And you know, a spoiler alert, but there's nothing on the door, just the lock.
Ah, really?
All you would have had to do was be to pick the lock and you could have got your gear. But you were all paranoid about that.
We were. I mean, hey. How about you? What would be your best game session since?
For me, I'd have to say the best game session was actually from our other podcast that we do, Galaxy at War, The Hunt for Magenta Solo. The scene where our Jedi captured these space pirates that were sitting outside their ship. And Chris, who's playing the smuggler gunslinger, made a really good underworld knowledge roll. So he knew from the tattoos on these pirates that these guys were the scum of the universe. We're talking one step above a Reaver. Ugh. They would kill and murder anyone. At one point, the Jedi cowed these guys into surrendering. So they had them the prisoners on their knees and just sitting there completely surrendered. And the Jedi is talking to the other Jedi with his lightsaber turned off. The mechanic is stealing parts from the pirate ship.
As one does.
And then all of a sudden, the gunslinger comes walking out of the bushes where he was hiding, pulls out both of his disruptor pistols, and simultaneously dual wields an executing shot on both of these pirates right in front of the Jedi. Just vaporizing their faces.
Taking the whole question out, you know.
Exactly, what to do with the prisoners. And immediately, Dan, who's playing the other Jedi, who's Jedi Counselor, pulls his lightsaber out, lights that sucker up, and points the lightsaber at the smuggler, who they knew was a criminal because they busted him out from jail to go on the mission. And all of a sudden, there was this oh my fucking god moment where half the group is looking and staring at Chris in real life, going, "What did you just do? What did you just do?" And there was this literally in-game 3-minute standoff between the Jedi and the gunslinger because Dan's character is demanding drop your guns, and he won't. He holsters them. But then all of a sudden Dan tries to cut his gun belt by cutting the belt buckle with his lightsaber. He does. He rolled a triumph.
Oh, wow.
All of a sudden Chris rolled to pull, I made him roll a coordination check to grab the guns as the holster's falling to his ankles. He rolls 2 triumphs.
2 triumphs?
Grabbing both his pistols and putting them right in the Jedi's face.
Oh.
And they literally had this long freaking Mexican standoff moment of just who's going to do something first. I mean, literally half the group expected that to end the game right there because they kill each other.
Oh my god, it's one of those no shit, there I was moments that just like,
Yep.
oh. That would have been friggin' epic, man.
Yeah, and that was the
especially if both characters are role playing.
Oh, and they were completely in character too. I mean, Dan was pointing his hand like a lightsaber at Chris, and Chris had his fingers out like guns. It was a crazy, batshit crazy night.
Awesome.
So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out over at the Creative Playing Podcast Podbean site. It's Galaxy at War: The Hunt for Magenta Solo.
Cool.
All right, and we'll be back tomorrow with Day 3, which is character moment that you are proudest of. I might have to pick Modius.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And feel free to enjoy our other shows, such as D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, and Scion Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion hero to Ragnarok story. Thank you for listening.
Hey gamers, Jim here from Creative Play and Podcast Network. If you're in the Tucson area this September and October, I've got a special message for you.
Hey, this is Karen from RinCon. We are having our convention from September 30th through October 2nd here in Tucson, Arizona. Come out and play every kind of game under the sun with us. We've got role-playing, board games, minifigs, CCGs, we've got Artemis, we have panels with special guests, and this year the theme is steampunk. So get out your, dust off your dirigibles, get out your chapeaus and put them on, come on down.